There is a skill so important when it comes to test taking, but I don't see it talked about enough. It's confidence. Confidence is the number one most important thing when it comes to test prep, and I'm here to tell you why. Hello, my name is Michael, here to help you prep and be your mate. Welcome to PrepMate. So, why is confidence important? How does taking a test have anything to do with confidence at all? Well, let me ask you this. How many times did you go back and change an answer because you lacked confidence in your original choice? How many times that lead you to making the wrong choice? How many seconds and minutes even did you lose because you kept on rereading the passage because you lacked the confidence in your understanding? How many times did you plug in, for some reason, 3 times 5 into the calculator because you lacked confidence in your math abilities? How many seconds, and even cumulative seconds, did that cost you? How many times were you anxious before or during a test, questioning every decision you make, every word you read, because you lack confidence? Every second wasted glancing at the analog clock at the top of the wall because you lack confidence. Huh? Confidence is key in addressing two things. The first one, as you can kind of guess, is time management. When you're confident in your answer choice, in your abilities, and in your understanding of the question and passage, you spend seconds, sometimes even minutes less worrying about one question. The second one is a little bit more tricky to nail down. It's about mental fortitude. When you are confident by nature, you are less anxious. You are less worried about what your score will be in the future and focus more on the questions in front of you. You learn to take problems on one at a time. If you are more confident, you are more motivated generally, and when it comes to practice tests or even the official tests, you're more likely to see your failures or shortcomings or incorrect questions as learning opportunities. With confidence, you start to examine why questions are going wrong and are more comfortable with changing your methods. Did you read the whole passage? Maybe you're getting the question wrong because you keep on missing important context because you skim. Did you solve for x instead of 5x? Maybe you have to read the question a little bit more carefully when it comes to math. You stop believing that you cannot meet your end goal and instead begin to ask, how can I improve? Now, there are skeptics, okay? So for you skeptics who have given up all hopes of studying and are looking for quick and easy ways to improve your score, before you click away, please hear me out. How often do you stop studying because you feel like it's a waste of time and that no matter how you study, you won't reach your target score? For you kids whose target or goal score is set by your parents or family, and you feel like you cannot measure up to those expectations of a 1600 or a 36 or whatever, I'll have another video for you in the next 3 weeks, but what I'm about to say can still apply. Now, did you really examine your methods? Were you confident in yourself enough to be willing to change how you approach the test? Because if you have not, if you thought that more blind practice would be the solution to reaching your target score, you're practicing wrong. Instead of thinking, oh, it's a silly mistake, it won't happen next time, take each question missed seriously. If you keep on making those silly mistakes, maybe there's a reason. Maybe you're not reading carefully enough. Maybe you're not reading enough. Maybe you don't understand the content as well as you thought you did. Maybe you have to review the grammar rules or math formulas, whatever, right? When you are confident in yourself, you are more willing to see and identify your shortcomings. You might think that confidence is just declaring a silly mistake and saying that it won't happen next time, and to be fair, it could be. But if you find yourself repeating the same mistakes over and over again and have not examined your own methods thoroughly, well, maybe you just don't have to give up on your target score yet. To be clear, by the way, I don't think that everyone can just willy-nilly get a 1600 because they are confident. However, it is definitely a key component. So, practice confidence. When you're taking a Blue Book SAT practice test, if you think you found the right answer, move on. Don't double check. Don't get rid of A, B, and C if you think that D is correct. Click D and move on. And if that ends up being wrong, don't just shy back to your old ways. Ah, I should have, no, this was wrong. Think about why it's wrong and examine ways to address those misunderstandings or miscalculations. Practice and believe in your mental math. And for the love of God, please stop putting in 8 times 9 into your calculator when you know that it's 72. Become a problem solver, okay? Experiment with your methods. Ask a tutor, ask a peer. And if you can't afford one, then continue to look up videos from other online tutors and see what they recommend. Try out their methods to solving problems. And if you like it and it works, great. And if not, then try to adapt it as your own. Make changes where you have to. Rely on your peers, rely on your tutors, and ask them for help. You can even leave questions in the comments of this video or any of my videos, and I'll be happy to help. But most importantly, be confident. Now, it's not enough just to be confident, as I mentioned earlier, and part of test prep is knowing how to study. My next video will be about some good questions to ask or consider when you review incorrect answers or questions. Basically, what I just said, it's about how to review correctly. I do see a ton of motivated kids who are willing to put in the work, but don't always put in the work correctly. And so in the next 3-ish weeks, I'll be sure to release a video on how to review. Anyways, this has been Michael, here to help you prep and be your mate. I'll see you next time, and remember, be confident.